little bit of Johnception there. So I'm running a little bit late today. Apologies if you've been waiting. I had some technical difficulties again. This time it was my external monitor connection. So I apologize for making you wait. I also haven't finished my lunch. So I'll probably be snacking on that as we go. Okay. So last week I was messing around with block bindings. I had gone through the dev note and I checked out the supported attributes thing. I still need to play with that. I also looked at the date lock changes, but mainly I was looking at this new fields list. And so I want to kind of build something with that today. Specifically, there's a plugin that I built a while ago. Which is around about the time of, I think, 6.7. Yeah. And essentially what it did was it registered a custom post type. It registered a bunch of post meta, ISBN, author, and image. It then added those fields, and then there was also an image source that I registered. So there's a custom image source, and it returns a link to this covers open library thing based on the ISBN. So what I want to do is I want to take that and I want to make it so that you can, I want to add a year field, and I want to make the year field updatable by the register block binding source. I also want to update the block so there is, you can, I'm going over, this is not specific to WordPress 6.9, but it is possible to, I missed this blog post, just see here. It is possible to get and set the block binding value in the editor. So I want to kind of get that going as well. So what I want to do is add the year field and make that a custom field. Store a list of years in the database somewhere, pull those from the database and be able to add that. And then I want to be able to also apply the ISBN and the author and the book image using custom fields in the editor. So that's the plan. I want to get this all done by Thursday, which is when I'm doing my workshop. So I'm hoping to get most of it done today. So let's go ahead and see if this all still works. So I do have the plugin installed in my local environment. So let's enable it. Also run WP debug so we can watch for any errors. Okay, so that adds the book. I don't have any books. I'd like the plugin to enable and disable the custom fields panel. So I want to see WordPress enable, disable custom fields panel. I think it's probably an option in the database. So let's have a look. Ooh, I can use my database, my SQLite reader. I built these two little apps for Studio, so I can debug and check out the database. So go. It's probably going to be in options somewhere. Okay, so let's go and a new book. fields. Okay, so that enables that. Let's go and see if I can find it in the database. Actually don't know, I'm going to just Google search it. Who knows? It must be stored somewhere. Okay, let's try this. Oh, is it user meta? Oh, user meta. Okay. Interesting, so it's on a per user level. Ah, interesting. Okay. So it's a user meta. Alright. So let's do this. On plugin activation. Enable custom fields for the current user. So whoever activates it. Update user meta. It's going to be no. It's going to be that. No. Stupid thing. Enable custom fields. That should do it. Okay, let's do a quick check. Let's see if it's enabled in posts as well. It should be. Yep. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Posts. Hey, it worked. Okay, cool. Do a quick usually have this running automatically. Okay, that's fine. All right. So that's handy. That can just go there. Now we can go back, activate the plugin. Now when we add a book. Sweet. Okay. So the book that I usually add is something called Meditations. So let's just grab an ISBN. So usually what I do, sorry, I'm just kicking around like a crazy person. Okay, let's just add a book. Let's add some information about the book, go to Wikipedia. All right. So I want an ISBN. I'm just going to grab one of these. Just take that one. Okay, so let's add a columns block. And then this one, the content to be, see, that's cool. So because I've registered the post meta, I can select the ISBN. Well, okay, nothing will show up because the ISBN is not there. But in here, what I can do is I can select ISBN and I can pop in the ISBN. And if I save that, I think it'll actually show the ISBN. It shows it like that. There we go, and it actually then pops in the ISBN field. So that's perfect. But now apparently you can also do it without the custom fields panel. I'll do that just now. I'll do that later because that's not 6.9 stuff. So what I do want to do now is I want to we should put this in a table. Yeah, let's put this in a table. So let's say add before, say table. Let's go columns, rows. Let's go 4 rows for now. And then let's move that paragraph into, is this going to work? No, don't think so. Okay, let's go cut. Maybe I can paste. Yeah, that worked. Cool. Okay, and then I can go cut, paste. No, that didn't work. All right, that's fine. We can just look that up again. So let's go to that one. Attributes, content, post meta, book ISB. There we go. Oh, let's put that. No, that hasn't put that around. Silly thing. Oh, can I put? Oh, I can't put a paragraph inside the table. All right, let's go back a few steps. So let's do columns then. That's fine. So let's duplicate another column above or below. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And then let's say this is going to be the year published. Okay. And we're going to need to register all of that, which is fine. And we'll do that. Okay. So what I'm going to need to do is update that. Okay, so let's go register post type. Yeah. And so that's a date. We'll say year published. Okay, this I'm going to make ISBN. Okay, sweet. All right. Then we need a year published custom field. I need to. I'm not going to need this, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Let's register the custom field for the book year source book year. Okay, so it's book year. Yeah, we can say yeah. Can I receive the source arguments and the block instance? Okay, and then what I'm going to do is for now is I'm going to return an array of years. For now, I'm just going to go 2004. Wait, 2025. Yeah, I'm trying to do that for now. If anybody knows how to get PHP Storm to always ask me what code style to default to, please let me know. Because I prefer stored in projects set from workbooks, because I'm often jumping between things. So, just like to figure it out. Okay, so that will return that. That's the book year. Cool. Okay, so let's save this. Minimize this out the way. Okay, so if I go year published, and I go to attributes and I go to content, So reset, attributes, content, connect to post meta. Okay. Oh, I don't have that. Do I have that? Do I have a post meta? Should do. Maybe it needs a hard refresh. Find something fun. Just leave it as a string for now and see what that does. Maybe there's probably somewhere. Oh, here we go. Okay. So that's here published. But I actually don't want post meta because I want it to be, and this is where I want to use the fields. What I want to do is I want it just to return those objects and then save them to the year. That's what I want. So let's do this. So it's blocks register block binding source. Okay, so there's register block binding source. So what I've done is I've set this up with WordPress scripts, and I've set up the default scripts, and I'm putting everything in my source index.js, and then at the build it's in the build, and then I am enqueuing the assets and the build for the editor. Okay, so what I want to be able to do now is use this and return a series of years. So let's see if I can figure that. So it should be a case of that, and then something like WP learn, and we'll go years. And uses the context. Okay, and there's the values. This get values assumes you're in a paragraph. Okay. So this would be findings, content, arguments. Okay. I just want to see what's in bindings. So long. So let's comment all of this out. field list. Where's that used? Oh, there's haiku there. Okay, so the label would be, let's say, 2020 there. That would be here. And 2020. So let's say let's call it value. Think of a better thing for this. So let's just leave it at that for now. Okay, let's see what that does. Okay. It didn't seem to do anything. Oh, because I'm not running the build. So it hasn't got the latest JavaScript. Okay, that's running. So let's refresh. Cannot read properties content. Okay, so there's the console. So it's got, okay, content args value, source WP in years. So that's what's being passed to that. So if binding content args here. So I actually don't need any of this because I don't need something different. I just need the year. Okay, so it should just be that. Because the year and the label is the same. Content bindings content. Bindings content args value. Hang on. Just here. Return content, return. Bindings content. Bindings content. Okay, let's see if that works. Getting some errors. Okay. It worked. Okay. I wonder what happens if you take away the label. Probably don't need the label for something simple like years. It would be cool to build an example that... Let's see what that does. That's kind of cool. I like it. That's a nice simple one. So now we need to save that back. And we can actually take away... We don't actually need to register the post meta now. Because... Let's take that away. What you could do is in JavaScript, you could do something like this. You could say, generate list of years for the last, let's say 10 years. Say return. Type string value, and then we should be able to return years. That should work. Okay, so get field list is part of registered block binding source, one of the things you can set up. Okay. So you're registering the source for years. Return, okay, go. So this we can get rid of. And then it returns the value that you've selected. That's really cool, actually. Well, let's make it the last, I don't know, 25 years, just for the sake of being fun. There's probably an easier way to do that in JavaScript, but I'm just going to basically use a for loop. See if that works. Okay, so we go back to here. We go to content and we go years. Now we can select from years. We go, let's say 2005. There you go, 2005. So now I can save that. I really like that. So now let's make it possible to save these back. That's going to be the fun part. I'm going to go off mic quickly and just eat some food. Bear with me. Okay. So let's have a look here. So there's your get values, and then you can also set values. So get values we just used there. Callback function which manipulate data as these is. Don't need that. Okay, so it's set values. Well, that just work. That updates the value, and that edit posts the values. Okay. You tell whether a specific value can be edited. In this specific case, the user is editing post data, so you already know they can edit it. So can user edit value is that. Okay. Turn post. Okay, so that should work. Okay, so that should work. Right, so now if I go here, don't think this is going to work because I don't think post meta is registered. Let's see. Save that. Let's refresh. Let's go back and check. No. So I think I do need the post meta. Okay. Let's update the keys as well. Okay. doesn't seem to. Hmm. Just so quickly because my images are not loading properly. Oh, that's for making connected blocks editable. Okay, so it can't do what I want to do, which is fine. That's fine. I don't expect it to do that. That's fine. So the other idea that I had was to have a quote custom source that I could add to the book, or like reviews, or something like that. So let's create that as a fun addition. So let me just actually see something here. I want to see if those images still work. Let's just go image. understood how you could bind to the image URL. I think the idea was that this would be in the book template. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so it has a title, it has some content, it has an ISBN. Okay. with title. It's content. Hey Aslam. I'm just experimenting with block bindings today. Trying to figure my way through. um, guess that doesn't need most ID context. Yeah. So you can't edit it, which is cool. You can only edit it from the attributes. Or you could do it from one of those. There's still so much about block bindings and how it works that I don't quite fully understand. So, for example, you know what I probably will need to do? I know what I need to do now. Just delete this one. Let's create the single book again. I don't know why this doesn't happen. Oh, there we go. Very slow to pick up that. Okay, so let's these changes. Why didn't it do that? I wonder why I didn't save that. Maybe I need to save the template before writing it. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, save, and then save change to okay, good. Okay, and now I'm going to add an image. Add an image block. Save that. Save change to theme. Okay. There's the image block. And now I should be able to apply the metadata. Okay, so metadata bindings. It's going to be URL. And the source is going to be book image. I think that's going to work. But I need to also pass in key. No, I don't think I need the key because I think the code is working on the post ID. Yeah, it's getting the post ID from the block instance, so that should just work, theoretically. figure it out. Let's see. Okay. So let's go out of here. Let's view the book. Might need to reset permalinks. That hasn't quite worked the way I expected it to. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how that image thing works. I still haven't figured it out, but I'm gonna have to ask around to figure that out. I'm happy with the custom fields list. Gotten that working. So kind of happy with that. For the block bindings updates, I think I'm going to check in with Juanma after this. Because I couldn't quite get it to work the last time. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to push what I've got and start asking people around to figure out what I'm missing. Hopefully I'll get this updated. Let me push this code now when I think about it. Alright, what am I doing? Okay, I need to update my kitty now. Vendors there. Node modules needs to be there. That's fine. Go to block bindings updates 6.9. Okay, so I'm going to focus on those three updates: date block, image block, and the, where is it now? 6.9 updates. Okay. I'm going to call it a day. Thanks to anybody who was watching. Pretty boring stream, I think, today. Just me trying to figure things out. But that's it. Bye.